So right now I'm on the journey now here in Mississauga, just passing or just approaching Celebration Square. This is where, you know, a lot of the cultural activities, they host it here. So it's a venue in which you can have like concerts. They have a lot of festivals. In the summer, you find that there's gonna be a lot of festivals, cultural expose, for want of a better term. So I know you have the Portugal one coming up. I went to the Spanish one last year. They had the Chinese one as well. So yeah, that's what usually takes place over Celebration Square. So right now I'm on my way to Riverwood, and that's one of my favorite spots to go and hang out. It's very relaxing, especially as it relates to nature. A lot of benches, animals, flora, fauna, the river of course. That's very nice. So now it's just about 5:30 p.m. The temperature is what, 19 degrees. Feeling like about 20 degrees. Slightly windy, but you know, when you're riding and pedaling, then that exertion of energy tends to keep you a bit warm. So right now I'm just going about what, 9 kilometers per hour. Nothing too crazy. I mean, this is the first time I'll be doing distances greater than 10 kilometers. So I'm just pacing myself to see how it goes. And based on how this initial ride goes, then I'll know how to approach the next one. You can see over on the left we have the MCT developments. Mississauga is known for some of its unique apartment slash condominium complexes. We have the famous Marilyn Monroe building, and here we have the MCT with a fairly unique design. It looks like cards stacked on top of each other but at a slight offset. A really interesting design, I like it. But anyway, we continue. Let's see if we can catch this light. Yes, we can. Alright, so now we're shifting through gears. Still going a very moderate, what's that, 12 kilometers per hour. But as the saying goes, It's not for the race is not for the swift, but who can endure. So that's the goal for today, to see if I can endure. One thing that's nice about Canada, and I guess by extension Canadian culture, is the kind of exercise mentality. So on any given day, you're sure to find persons out and about, whether it be riding bicycles, jogging, walking, especially when it comes on to the warmer months, the latter part of spring, early part of fall, and of course summer. And even in winter you find persons still out and about jogging. So it's kind of encouraging when you see others out and about. It kind of encourages you to do the same. And you know, like back in Jamaica, where especially like riding bicycles, you usually don't associate riding bicycles to doing it just for the sake of exercising, but it's mainly used by persons who use a bicycle as the main means of transportation. So that's one difference here. You'll find that persons who even own big vehicles, that they too will have a bicycle and will periodically be out and about riding, getting some exercise in. So another thing that I noticed that gets persons out and about exercising is having pets, namely dogs. Of course, you know, dogs love the outdoors, so pet owners will have to, you know, take the dogs out to give them their exercise, and that is another means of getting persons out to do some exercise. I've had this bicycle for just about maybe 3 years now, but to be honest, I haven't ridden it as much as I wanted to. When I got it, I was so excited because, you know, cycling is something that I've always loved, always enjoyed, and, you know, especially as it relates to exercise, it's one of those low impact exercise on the joints, right? Now, the difference between, you know, using one of those cycles in the gym and using an actual cycle, I also love nature, I love the outdoors. So this is almost like killing two birds with one stone, getting the exercise in while exploring nature and my surroundings. Now, one thing to note, part of the reason why I kind of stopped riding for a while was because it was very uncomfortable to ride. And part of the reason, even though this bicycle is a full suspension bicycle, whenever I finish a session riding, I was always so sore. So I've now invested in getting into one of those suspension seats, and I'm hoping that that will help, because that's my biggest pet peeve with riding, is the discomfort of the seats. I've tried different seats. I've seen recommendations to get a Cloud9. I'm also going to try and get one of those, because if I can solve that issue with the seats, then for sure I'll be riding much more often and for much longer. Trying to be as careful as possible. I don't want to be in any accidents, because as they say in Jamaica, car can beat out, but you can beat out. So already now I'm feeling my bum. Yeah, it's kind of, the seat is not working with me today at all, but nonetheless I'm just gonna try and push on through. Yeah, I'm gonna try and push on through. But this is something that's always nice to see. Even though we're in a metropolitan environment, you have these little green spaces where, you can still get in tune with the environment. So that's always nice to see. And you'll find this not only here in Mississauga, but from where I've been across Ontario, and I suspect across the entire Canada, it's much of the same. That's this young love. Ooh. Yeah, I have to stand up a bit to ease some of the pressure. My gosh. Let's see if I can get up to even 15 kilometers per hour. Let's see if I can do it. I'm still trying to pace myself, because I'm probably about quarter the distance that I'm planning to ride today. So I'm still trying to pace myself. But I see a nice little straight here. So let's see. Shift through the gears, 19, If we can make it to 20. Let's try again. Can we break 20 kilometers per hour? I know by regulation in Canada, especially if you have an e-bike, the maximum speed limit allowed is 32 kilometers per hour. Not getting any response out of my back brakes, so I'll have to check those. Let's go again. One thing with riding bicycle, you know, when you have a nice ride in one direction based on the elevation, whether it be flat or an incline, well, not an incline, you're going down a hill, you have to think about the journey back, in which the reverse is gonna be true, and that's you're gonna be now going up the hill. But anyway, so here we are. I've arrived at Riverwood. Riverwood Conservancy, a very nice area to come on like Saturdays and weekends. This, I believe it's called the Krumer tree. I think that's what it's called. If not, I'll put the correct name on the screen. But I think that is what it's called. Pine Cemetery. All right. So far, I've been riding for just over 30 minutes. Currently my speed is 5 kilometers per hour, and I'm not seeing what's the distance that I've covered so far. But certainly this is the furthest I've ridden since in Canada. Oh, just about 10 kilometers so far. So not bad. Not bad at all. You can see some of the fauna, the squirrel right there. Yeah, so that's the 10 kilometer alert. Alright. See, persons are out with their dogs. They particularly enjoy the outdoors. So right now you can't talk to him. Just going around marking him territory.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Oh. So these are shared pathways, so you want to be courteous. So as you can see, a lot of benches in this green area where you can come and sit and enjoy the great outdoors. See this gentleman here, you know, especially after a long day at work, to come and relieve the stress down here, you know what I mean? All right, so going straight down would take you back to the Chroma tree, but I'm gonna head on the column trail here. I'm just gauging my speed, because this is a steep incline, and as I mentioned, this is a shared pathway, so I don't want to gather speed and then I can't stop and then there's an accident. Let me get off and walk just to be safe, not only for myself but for the persons around me. Alright, I can head back on. Just sounding my bell so persons can be aware. Usually I would take the red trail, but I think I'm gonna take the yellow trail today because the plan is to go to Erindale Park. That's an adjoining park to Riverwood, so I'm just gonna ride straight to Erindale Park. Then from Erindale Park, I'll probably try another park, but depending on how I'm feeling, because right now I'm feeling slight discomfort in my right knee, but this has nothing to do with the ride itself. That's from soccer, football as they call it in Jamaica. Alright, so just taking my time here because I can see a lot of persons up ahead, and at all times safety must be the primary concern, not only for yourself but for those around you. Thank you. See that? No motorized vehicles. Alright, let me get off again, let me dismount, and I'll just walk just to be safe. Seems to be like a little group. Kind of reminds me of back in the day when I was in the Boy Scouts. Alright. Okay. Oh. Seems like my derailleur needs, the rear derailleur needs a little bit of tuning. It's kind of not fully seated in one of the gears, third speed. That's something I may have to look into on the weekend. Nature really nice, trust me. This can cure any stress that you have. So after a hard day of work, I just come and just kick back right here. So And just look around. That's all you have to do, just look around. Feel a nice cool breeze. Listen to the soothing sounds of the river. Hear the birds here chirping. It's just harmony, you know, in simplicity. Yeah man, I encourage everybody in this busy, fast-paced world that we live in, you know, just take the time out. If it's even one day a week, find one of these spots where you can just, you know, slow down. Just slow down and disconnect for about an hour or two. Recharge for the next week. Take my advice, it works. Alright. Let's continue on because there's a lot more nice places that we can stop and see. Alright. For me, this is one of the nicer activities to do in Canada, and coincidentally it's one of the activities that's free, because most things here in Canada you have to pay for parking, pay for admission, but it's free to come into the park, and parking is free, so win-win all around. Yeah, it's definitely much cooler here in the shade. You can feel the difference. This is another spot that I like to just chillax. Listen to them. Oftentimes we don't sit and think about the might of Mother Nature. But as simple as you see this river flowing here, then it can cause a lot of damage. You just have to look most times and say, God is good, you know. 1 more kilometer down. Hello. It's really nice to have such a big green space in an urban environment, because literally you can call it that this is downtown Mississauga, and you have this opportunity to be here just listening to birds, not one vehicle sound in sight, not in sight. You're not even hearing any vehicle, the police sirens, no jackhammer, nothing like that. Here's another spot. Yeah man, if I never have such a journey remaining, I definitely stay here for a bit. But I want to head out before it starts to get dark. As you can see, the sun is getting low in the sky, so pretty soon it will be dark. But yeah, man, I love this place. I'm wondering how deep this river is. This is where you can also come to see the annual salmon run. That's when the salmon, they swim upstream to spawn. So you can definitely come here, whether at Riverwood or Erindale Park, and you'll see the salmon swimming upstream against the currents. It's really a sight to behold. Do I have a flat? I hope not. Tire pressure is a bit low and I don't have a pump on me, so I'll have to remember that when I get home. See, all along the river banks, and this is the Credit River, by the way. So all along the banks here of the Credit River, you have these benches that you can just come and sit and unwind. A nice bridge going over the Credit River. Alright, so I think now we're in Erindale Park. There's a guy here fishing. That's another activity that you can do to unwind. My gosh. A water break. Yeah, so this is Erindale Park. As you can see over there in the distance, those sheds, that's where you can have your picnic and you can do your barbecue. There are a few grilling areas, so often you'll see families here on the weekend having a little barbecue. You should be seeing a lot of those now that it's summer. So you can grill, you have the little picnic benches, the little sheds for shade. So it's usually crowded here on the weekends, especially when you have good weather. Yeah. So you have some guys over there playing frisbee. You have a little, what do you call that? A little park or something right there. Yeah. It's a nice area, nice park. So let's finish this water break. And be on the way. Alright. Please not be a flat. Please not be a flat. I'll drop this in the recycle. Not seeing a recycle. Just garbage. Alright.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Pretty good.
Nice weather, right?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. We have some recycle right here. I think it's recycle. Oh yes, recycling. Keep parks clean, recycling. Ah yes. Sorry. All right. So, you know what? I'm thinking now it's time to make that return trip. Let's see how I'll do, because I think for the most part we'll be having some, what do you call it, upward incline. Yeah, we're going up some hills now, so let's see how I manage. I think I'll be walking for some of the journey. Hello. Let's see, you have persons all different age, background, sex, culture out riding, so you know it's always encouraging to see that. No motorized vehicles. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I have my bus pass with me, because there's a good chance I may end up having to take the bus home. Oh. Thank you. I wonder if there's a shortcut. No, sir. Wait. Get on there, man. Oh. Yeah, now that I'm off the bicycle and walking, my legs feel really good. Like I can do some damage tomorrow at the soccer field. Yeah, man, I'm feeling some strength in my legs. When I kick the ball's supposed to kick like Roberto Carlos. It's not bad walking either, no. It's good, like you do the thing from the cycle, and then you just kind of, what do you call it in exercise, like you do a rep and then it's kind of like a little cool down period and then you go again. So let's try that. I need to do this at least twice per week. You're welcome. At least one have some manners. You're welcome. She have some brought ups here as well. The first guy not so much. But anyway. There's only one did return come tell Jesus thanks, you know? The man healed 10 lepers. And 9 of them. I'm so glad. And gone about them business. One man look within himself and say, boy, I have to say thanks. I know, say, I don't know people stay so in them time there. You know them way there. Certain little courtesies kind of cut out of the world, you know. It's like the teachings are now passed down anymore. Because I tell you, know, I remember one day, my mom walking and she, you know, just like how you see the road right here, she saw one of her friends on the other side of the road and they were talking across the road. And I made a mistake and run through the middle. That is in between my mom on this side of the road and her friend over there. So, and don't ask me never get it. You know the manners, boy? Yeah. But I can tell you, I wouldn't trade none of them things who are going right now. Because see, as big as me be, I remember that. And to many, that might be something trivial or minute, but just go with the teachings, you know. Talk the best way you know how. And it goes with the sayings as well. Old time people, that's a manners carry you through the world. So you go somewhere and you see people in a room, the onus is on you to greet everybody. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Fine, sometimes you don't see that happening. You go all in the elevator over here. Everybody are looking at your face. But now it's a morning. I know sometimes you find yourself slipping at that mentality. And you have to remember yourself, remember your upbringing. I remember the first day I went on a job here in Canada. I know, sir. Coming like, please post, cause I'm well glad because you know you get to work, you can start pay some of your bills and think, trust me, people, the place kind of expensive, you know. So you're there and you're not work, and you have to shell out same way, cause you have to pay your bills them same way. So you get to work and now, and I say, yeah, you can stop a gap now. And go in the office. Good morning. But didn't answer me. So I say, oh, maybe they're not here. I say, good morning. One lady look around. for me and asked me if I see me at all. I said, yeah, I was saying good morning to you. And she captured it best. She said, boy, she was surprised because she don't normally hear a person saying good morning. And to me, that kind of sad still. Sometimes them little pleasantries there, everybody has so much stress more time. And sometimes that little pleasantry, you never know how you can help somebody with them day. So man, even a little smile sometimes, you never know how that can help somebody. I did not take nothing off for you to do it, so just do it now, man. I don't know what kind of style is over here. So we have to try to keep to a roots. Manners carry through the world. Howdy, good morning, please, thank you. Yeah man, I could do the right thing, always. Hey, right now till we are walking sweet, you know. Come like me now go back on the bicycle, you know, trust me. Because right now, it's a constant uphill. Take back east side on the bicycle now. Boy. Oh my gosh. Man. Why are you thinking of riding from Mississauga to Toronto and back? But I'm not so sure I'm ready for that yet. I don't think I can manage that yet at all. Maybe I can ride go, but the coming back, maybe I'll have to take the GO train or something. Price of gas $1.56 and 900ths of a cent. Call it $1.57 for regular and $1.60 for diesel here in May 2024. Alright, so I think rather than go all the way down Dundas to here Ontario, probably gonna take Dundas up to Mavis and then go from Mavis and catch a Hillcrest. See if that can work. Well, the 1 kilometer them just a pile on, so I need to set up this Garmin. I don't want to see so much information. I just want to see my speed and my distance. So right now it's 14.5 kilometers. Respect. There's some good drivers on the road still now. There are some drivers where you have to question how they get a license, you know. They have no awareness when it comes down to their surroundings.
Like the most.
So you as a cyclist, to make sure your head on a swivel, because you have to ride not only for yourself but for some of these so-called drivers, you know. Yeah. Alright. Ah, jeez. Start my time going, you know. I think that's Mavis up there in the distance. And this is a steady hill. So let's see, I'm not gonna come off. I'm gonna see how far up this incline I can go. You have to constantly try and push the envelope, push the boundaries. So that's how you can see some progress, you know. Going now, hit the showers, feel energized, see if I can do some work, you know. Ooh. Yes, I can feel it in my thighs, and to some extent my calf. Come on! You hear some rocky music. No, you know that scene when the guy running up the steps? Yeah. So we deal with it. Yeah, 1 more kilometer. 1 more kilometer. Yeah, I made it up this incline. Not bad, not bad. I didn't think I could do it, but see it, I did it. This thing I keep on a jump. Ah, my bum, my bum, my bum. This is my limitation. Ah, oh, jeez, jeez. So this is the rough part, you know. It's easy to reach the journey or reach where you wanted to go, but then the return part, no, that's the challenge. So mentally, I'm going to now have to stop setting like the halfway point as the goal and considering it as a return journey. But what I'm gonna now start to say to myself, when I return home, that's the destination. So mentally, when I'm out riding and I reach a halfway mark, I don't slip into what's that word? Complacency. That's a word. Yeah, those are words I'm trying to keep in our vocabulary, so that's why it kind of slipped me a little bit. But yeah. Alright, so winding now. The last time I checked was over 15 kilometers. I'm just waiting for the screen to cycle back, and I can tell you, okay, so it's now 16 and a half kilometers. So not bad. Not bad at all. So I know where my limitations are. I'm hoping that the suspension seat will help, because physically I'm not tired. It's just the discomfort that I'm feeling from the seat that would prevent me from going much further, you know. So if I can resolve that, then I feel I can put a few more kilometers the next time I'm out and about. So I suspect at the end of this ride I will be at 18 kilometers, because right now I'm just about approaching 17. But I think I'm gonna call it here for today. It was really a fun ride. Good to have you with me, so we can go on all our reason. Yeah man, the reasoning was good. So hopefully we can have much more of them reasoning together, and hopefully eventually can do something, I don't know, maybe a live or so, where it can be interactive, you know. But yeah man, really enjoyed myself. So it was like the best of both worlds. doing something that I love, something that I enjoy, while having good company and getting in some exercise at the same time. Yeah, so we're definitely going to do it again, more often than not. All right, so stay tuned until the next one. Take care of yourself. All right, cool.